Today, I want to focus on understanding the movement in a market, right? So, if you're new to this, if you're a novice, you never trade before, you're really who I'm trying to focus on, right? Because I want to get everybody by just starting off into the mode of understanding technical analysis, but also trading and understanding moving averages. So, the first and the proper thing to do is always teach you the thing that I want you to learn first, and then teach you the other ways it can be done, right? My way, I don't believe is the only way, but I do believe is one of the best ways. So, first things first, we want to talk about market movement, right? Typically, there's only three ways a market move: up, then you got a market move down, and then you usually get some up and down in one range, and we call that sideways movement, right? So typically, those are the three ways the market is always going to move. Always going to have up, down, or sideways. So when you're looking for a trade, you're looking for a trade with this already being the basis of one of the things you have in mind, right? So knowing that that's how the market moves, we want to look at how we get into market, because market moves in those directions, and then market also has conditions or zones, right? Or a state of how it is, right? So typically you're watching the market move. Market has what is called a breath, like it a breathe, right? And then it returns. And then it start over again, and then it return. That is the general principle of how the market move, right? But while it's doing that, it also have where it can move the same way, but in the total opposite direction, right? So it sell off, it come back, it sell off, it come back, right? And in between that, you have trends. So while the market is doing that, the market is selling off, let's say, but it's trending to the downside, right? So typically, that's how you want to find your position based on finding out which direction the market is going and which direction you feel you can not only get the best setup, but the best opportunity to profit with the least amount of risk. All right. Because this game is about losing properly, not about winning a bunch of money and getting rich. That come eventually when the money start multiply and multiply. Then it's easier to make larger amounts. You see me? I said, but in the beginning, you just have to run it with a mindset, say, you're going to focus on accumulating, accumulating, accumulating. And then before you know it, just like when we're poor and we're save, we're gonna save a little bit, save a little bit, save a little bit. Just know that every time you go for save, there's a risk you can lose it and more. So that's just how trading works, right? So now we're gonna put a chart on the table, and I want to show you guys the same process I was just talking about, but I want to show it to you with the real candle. So I'm a little zoomed out right now, so it looks kind of skinny and stuff, but I wanted to show you the full market flow. So you see the candles. So you're seeing the whole market play, right? And the same thing I tell you how the market move in breath, right? Right? So you see that? Even that area right there can tell you there's a lot of action happening by the movement changing. See how it develop into a whole new move. Look how aggressive it get in here and tight niche and tight. And then it get crazy again. So, I said that for say, understanding that market movement is understanding how you're going to profit, right? And technical analysis would say to, if we're going to view this, we want to, let's open up our charts. Let's say we're viewing this with technical analysis, right? So we're going to look at this, going to say, okay, price fell here, bounced all the way there. It break structure right here, and it's heading to the downside, right? But then it finds support here, and it kept going, right? So you have these touch points where you can kind of see the movement. There's a lot of other ways that them break down their technical analysis. Again, I used to be a technical analysis trader, but I don't want to get in too much of the technical analysis because I want to show you a whole different approach to the market. So that being said, when we're in the market, we want to always, no matter what, have two moving averages on deck. The first one is the 200 moving average. no matter what, when you're trading, you need to have a 200 moving average because it gives you the average price of the last 200 candles based on the time frame that you're on, right? And that is a lot of information once you know how to use it, okay? Right. So, as you can see, we have a rising 200. It's constantly going up. It's going up, it's going up, and it's rising on a slant. You don't want the 200 to be flat unless you have a 20 that's getting ready to come across the 200, right? And your stock is running on your 20 and getting ready to cross. So other than that, you don't want to have. So no matter the chart, we're going to put a 200 on there. We see our 200 is rising, and we're going to put a 20 moving average. We got us a 200 moving average and a 20 moving average. Now, as you can see, price obeys the moving averages. It's basically traveling right alongside the moving average on the 20. This is the example I just set earlier on for you guys, where you have the 20 crossing the flattish 200. And so you see the stock just going with it, and then it shoots out. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. So those are the kind of plays that we're looking for. Those are the kind of plays we're looking to buy. And it's the same thing on the opposite side. The stock ran. Then you have a bear candle. It tried to find support again, bear candle, until it finally fell under. And then it kept fighting, but then stock completely fall back all the way to the 200. Couldn't find the resistance, the support of the 200. So it fell through, right? Find the bottom here somewhere in this zone, and then it gone again, right? So that's all you're looking for. It's a pretty simple game. We overcomplicate it with lack of discipline, over leveraging, over trading, and basically just being fearful or not educated enough. But this is one of the most profitable things you can do. So if you're serious about trading and you really want to learn how to get into this moving average type trading, jump in the comment box. Let me know. I can show you a few things. You can join my class. It's cheap. I don't go $50 a month. And I don't go, I'm sorry, not $50 a month, a $50 for the month, because you're not gonna take more than 1 month to know the information I'm gonna teach you. It's gonna take you quite some time. I would say maybe a good year to kind of get masterful with it, right? But right in at the beginning, just learning the information, it's gonna take you about a solid 30 days for you learn, and then another about solid 30 days for you practice it, and then you start moving up in the world. You start moving up in the game of society, and you're not gonna go to work for 16 hours a day, and then the whole life go a bill, and then you have $100 you have to split between gas and food. And man, life is too rough. So if you know what I say, subscribe, jump in the comment box, say a word, say 2 words, you see me, share, tell everybody, help our brother out now.